This is chapter 3, number 10, and it says we're going to look at an IQ test that has a bell-shaped curve to it. But before we look at this, we got to understand some things. And it goes back to the empirical rule, which is bell-shaped curve, that where everything is situated. So this main bar down the middle, this length, is the mean. And you have standard deviations to the left and standard deviations to the right. So one standard deviation away from the mean and one standard deviation below the mean is both equate to 34% apiece, which would be 68%, right? If you're within two standard deviations, two below and two above, you encompass 95%. And it's a 13.5% and 13.5% additional to the 34, right? So what we're going to do is this. We're going to look at, and we're going to put our stuff in here. So it said that, okay, that our mean was 100, right? It said that our mean, right, that's 100. And it said that our standard deviation was 18, right? And if I go here, let's see, standard deviation of 18. So this right here down below, this would be 118. If I added 18 more, then I'd get 136. If I added 18 more, I'd get 154, right? Now that's 100, right? And if I go 18 below 100 for one standard deviation below the mean, that would be 82. If I go another 18, which is a standard deviation, that would be 64. And then if I go another, that would be 46, right? So you can answer every question that you need to based off this. So it says, let's kind of look at this. Let's see here. And let's go to there. It says A, B, C. Okay, A is, let's do this. Let's grab this right here real quick. Typing in as an integer or decimal. So there. Let's bring this down. Well, there we go. All right, so how much is between, let me hit this back right there. There. Let's make this go down. How much is between 82 and 118? Well, how much is between one standard deviation below and above? And if you look at that, the answer would be 68%, right? 68%. 64 to 136 would encompass 2, right? That's 2 standard deviations. So we're looking at this, all of this area. If you 13.5 plus 34 plus 34 plus 13.5, you're going to get, if you look over here, 95%. Okay, so 95%. Now, which percentage of people has an IQ score greater than 136? So what we'll do is we'll take and we'll do 2.35 plus 0.15, and that would give me, if you do that, 2.35 plus 0.15, that would give me 2.5. Okay, and that's 2.5%. So that would equate to, let's go highlighter, let's go here. That would equate this part, right? 2.5% up here. So, all right. So that you have to understand the empirical rule that if you got the mean, and you go one standard deviation above, that's 34%. If you go one standard deviation below, that's 34%. So one standard deviation plus or minus the mean covers or encompasses 68%, right? So what I would do is this right here, this little chart, I would make sure I had that, right? So, okay, that concludes number 10 in chapter 3.